Welcome back to the series. If you're here for the first time, this is a series on a real-world project built with WordPress, BuddyPress, Woocommerce, ES6 based object-oriented JavaScript, Ajax, and custom PHP. In this video, I'll cover how I set up Woocommerce with Stripe payment system and PayPal Sandbox. Also, at the end, 2 full-blown transactions are performed to establish proof of concepts. Let's get started. Okay, so in the last video we saw how to build this page and resolve all our WooCommerce issues. So in this video we're going to see how this Stripe payment was set up. Let's get started. Okay, first of all, we need to see that besides all the WooCommerce plugins, the membership, etc., we also needed this one, WooCommerce Stripe Gateway, for Stripe payment system to work with WooCommerce. And now let's go to WooCommerce and then settings. Once we are here, then let's go to payments. And from this list, we had to enable this Stripe credit card and we hit manage. Okay, so once we get here, first thing we do, we enable Stripe payment. We don't touch these, that's fine. And most importantly, we enable the test mode so that it can work with our Stripe account at a developer mode. Not much stuff here. I mean, I kept everything default. Only 3 things I needed are these: a test publishable key, secret, and webhook. So let's go log into the Stripe backend to see where we got them from. All right, I'm at my Stripe account backend. So as soon as I come home, and this is right here, the API, because not too long ago I worked with it, and some test transactions done here. Most important thing to remember is we always have to turn this view test data, viewing test data. If we do that, the whole thing turns into a test structure, kind of like PayPal Sandbox. But under the normal circumstances, you may not find it right here, the keys. You have to go under developers and then API keys. And this is where the publishable key came from and the secret. If you just click here, the secret will be revealed, and you copy them from here and paste them right here and here. And there was a thing about the webhook. So what happens is for endpoints or webhook, this is sort of like PayPal's IPN, instant payment notification kind of thing. So WooCommerce will give you a link like that. So we copy that and we come here. If we don't have a webhook, we just click on an endpoint, and this is where we paste it. And you write whatever description you want and leave everything as is. But here you could actually pick out exact function or event you like. But what I normally do for testing, I click on receive all events and add endpoint. And once this is done, you click here and you get the secret they're asking for. You copy that and come back here and paste it right here. Test webhook secret. So now you have your publishable key, your test secret, and your test webhook. You come here, you hit save settings or save changes, you're done. And that's pretty much how you set up the Stripe payment sandbox at the WooCommerce backend. And next we're going to add PayPal backend and figure out how that's done. Okay, to set up the PayPal sandbox, we once again have to come to WooCommerce settings and then payments. And this time we go ahead and enable it, PayPal standard, and then setup. Okay, so once we are here, leave everything to default. Just this will be unchecked, so you check that, enable PayPal Sandbox, and right here you need the email address of your Sandbox. And at the very bottom, most important part is the Sandbox API information is to go. So to collect these, I'm gonna have to log on to my PayPal Sandbox account. Okay, I'm at my PayPal Sandbox account. What we need now is accounts. All right, so these are the two defaults. They give us one for business and one for personal. This is basically the buyer's account and this is the seller's account. So since we are going to set it up for a store, we're going to use the business or the seller's account. So we copy that, paste it here. This you can use anything else if you want to get some response, whatever. So I leave that empty for now. And our next focus is these three boxes. And we find them right here, API credentials. Copy this, username, password. Now the signature, very long one. Okay, save changes. Now all the information required are here. So at this point, what's going to happen is, once we go back to our screen, we refresh, and this time let's try to purchase something, and we find two different payment methods. PayPal is right here. Once we do that, it's ready to go. If not, credit card, Stripe, it's ready to go. So now we have PayPal and Stripe credit set up for action. All right, we have two subscriber accounts here, and let's use this one to test our PayPal transaction. All right, we're logged in as athlete Woocommerce 5, and to test this guy, let's go to his profile and clicking on message, email message, and we're blocked. Now we have to upgrade. Also, if we want to try to go to chat room, we're also back to this same page. So we are being blocked as planned. Now let's purchase one of these membership plans. Okay, we are at the checkout. Everything looks good. Let's choose PayPal and fill out the necessary info. All right, looks like everything filled out, everything in place, and most importantly, his username or email, which will be specific to this specific user's upgrade. All right, so now let's go make the payment. Okay, I already had a seller's account in here, so that's kicking in. That's not really very important. In case you're curious, let me show you. This is the business account, and I'm logged in here to check the transaction, but what is being used to purchase is this guy. So this is the personal, this is the one is being used, and make the payment. Okay, perfect. We are just back to the site, and we have this message, thank you for the transaction. Everything looks like it's paid up. And now let's, and as you can see, this has changed because now he's a paid member. And let's go try to access chat room. We can access that. Also, let's go back to his profile and try to go into the message. And we are now a full-blown member. Also, let's make sure at the back end. Previously it was just subscriber. Now let's refresh. And now has the athlete role, and the membership plan has been added. Also, now that we finished our transaction, so let's refresh to see if it is registered here. And this is our transaction of $9 subscription. Okay, so before we used this account, Woocommerce 5, to test PayPal. Now let's use this one to test the Stripe payment. Let's log in. All right, and also test if he has the chat room access, because he's supposed to be only subscriber. All right, we're back to the payment. So let's pick out one of these. Let's go with the 97 one. All right, we're at the page. Let's choose credit card Stripe. Before we fill this in, let's fill out the other info. Okay, looks like the data is filled in. And now let's use this test credit card for Stripe. And this could be any date in the future. So let's say 01/2021. This could be any 3-digit number, 1, 2, 3, and sign up. All right, it's successfully paid. We are now a member. As you can see, this stuff has changed. And let's go into the chat box or chat room. All right, he can access. He's still a subscriber, right? Let's refresh. Boom, look. Now he has the athlete role, user type is athlete, and he is included in the membership plan. Also, we are back at the Stripe backend, Stripe account, and let's see if the payment went through. And right there, 97 bucks for Woocommerce 6, its payment has been successful. So that concludes this video where a PayPal Sandbox and Stripe Sandbox has been configured with WooCommerce. Thanks for watching.